Well, it's Groundhog Day again. Not really. It's actually May 31st, 2025. But we're in Woodstock where Groundhog Day was filmed, and you can see there's the Opera House, but it actually was supposed to be the hotel that Phil didn't want to stay in. And over there is the courthouse where the party takes place. And here's the gazebo in the square where the Punxsutawney Phil Festival took place. And you can see we're in the square, in the park, in the square. In Woodstock, Illinois, what it's supposed to be, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, in the movie. But it was actually filmed in Woodstock, Illinois. And this is the historic Woodstock Square where the where the movie was filmed. All right, now we are at the entrance to the square where Groundhog Day was filmed. This is where the Punxsutawney Phil Festival took place, and the snowball fight and the ice sculptures and all that stuff. Of course, that took place in February, and now is June, late May, June 1st, something like that. All right, I'm on the gazebo, and you can't really see it for that tree, but that's the movie theater where Phil takes his date dressed up like Clint Eastwood. And over there is the courthouse, old courthouse, but actually it's where they supposedly had the ball at the end. And through these trees over here is where I guess I can't remember what they called it, but it was the hotel. Phil said it was a flea bag and he didn't want to stay there. Okay, there's the theater.
This is the footprint. Okay, let's get our feet in there.
Groundhog Day, that's where he dropped off.
I got a shadow.
Now we got our foot where Bill Murray stepped into the mud puddle in Groundhog Day. Well, it must be 12. Didn't you just say that? Wait, that was... Alright, here's the corner where Phil meets Ned over and over and over.
Ned's corner. Ned's corner.
Then over there was where he steps into the mud puddle. And there's the square. And you can hear the bell. It's noon. That's the noon bell. Ned Ryerson? Watch that first step. It's a doozy. And then over here is where the movie theater from the movie is. And also the alley where he sees the elderly guy that passes away is right here too. There's the alley where Phil finds the old man dying. And there's the movie theater. This alley is dedicated to the showbiz history of Woodstock, Illinois. Of course, Groundhog Day is the big one. But it also has other stuff. There's a theater here. Marlon Brando was here. Paul Newman. Orson Welles. Oh, here's the list of actors who have performed at the Opera House. Paul Newman, Geraldine Page, Ed Asner, Shelley Berman, Tom Bosley, Arlo Guthrie. I think my mother went and seen Arlo Guthrie here. Dizzy Gillespie, Judy Collins, John Aston, Beverly Sills, and I think the author of Dick Tracy is from Woodstock. And there's Punxsutawney Phil. Chester Gould, Woodstock's creative genius, created Dick Tracy. Stars of the Opera House. Paul Newman. Woodstock's most famous citizen, Orson Welles. And of course, the filming of Groundhog Day. Down there you see the movie theater from Groundhog Day, and if this is all movie theater right here, this building. And then you come down to this alley, and actually I think this is where the movie theater lets out, and as you're walking back to your car, this is what you go by. Okay, there's the movie theater from the movie Groundhog Day. If you don't believe me, there's proof. And across the street is the alley where he finds the old guy passing away. More scenes from downtown Woodstock, Illinois, which is the filming location of Groundhog Day. Here we are at the Cherry Tree Inn where Phil spent thousands of nights.
Like one of the empty pots with this mixed in. It's a beautiful day for it. If the second front door is open, you're welcome to walk in and look around. I only have about 30 minutes before the guests arrive.
That's okay.
So I'm trying to
We just want to see the flowers.
But
Yeah.
they're actually part of the onion family.
Oh.
And then we've just had a whole dump truck and a half of dirt delivered 2 days ago.
Oh.
We've done all this in 2 days.
Well, it looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm going for an instant garden, but it's kind of a do it right the first time so we don't have to weed it later.
Yeah.
How many rooms do you guys let out?
So we have 5 guest rooms. The
Uh-huh.
whole house is 8 bedrooms, 8.5 bathrooms. And then we have another B&B a block away with 3 more rooms.
Oh, okay.
This is light, fluffy compost. I love your gazebo. Thank you. Yeah, that's going to be completely covered with wisteria and clematis.
That's a beautiful place for a wedding.
Yeah, I do little weddings here. And right now the peonies are all opening up, and we split those about 5-6 weeks ago into, I think, 8 or 10 more plants. So next year we'll have even more peonies.
Do you know the history of this house?
I know all the history. All of it. Yeah, the house was built in 1894 by a lawyer named Charles Percy Barnes. He had it until 1948. When he sold it, it became the Robin Hood Convalescent Home.
Uh-huh.
And he was a lawyer turned judge here in town. So yeah, I could write an epic book and movie about his life.
Yeah,
because,
they should make a movie about the house that Groundhog Day was made in. Or
yeah,
outside of, anyways.
It has a ton of history that has nothing to do with Groundhog
Yeah.
Day. All right. I got some of it.
Well, thank you for being so accommodating.
Of course.
We make a pilgrimage. My mom loves that movie. We make a pilgrimage here every year or two. Usually it's in the wintertime, though. We've never been.
It's so much prettier right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
So this is what the house that Phil stayed in Groundhog Day looks like in the summertime.
I can put a lot of flowers in it. And I always planned on having garden islands, and I never wanted grass. I just wanted enough grass to walk paths around the garden.
So I'm assuming that you bought this place recently.
2017.
Okay.
So it'll be 8 years, August 31st. So these are going to go in different because these are not single plump. So it's going to be spread them out so they're they ain't much for it. So you kind of want to make a line of them.
Yep.
This looks like where you would